everyone, so for today's video I'm going to be talking about the newly announced Permission to Dance on Stage live concert events that will be taking place in Las Vegas. And I will also be sharing some of my tips and tricks on how to successfully acquire tickets to the actual stadium concert as well as the live play concerts, which will be taking place at the same time as the stadium concerts. So yeah, let's get started. For those of you who don't know, I attended the Soundcheck live play as well as the actual stadium concert last year at SoFi Stadium, and honestly had the time of my life there. It was such a cool experience. I did post a video explaining how I got tickets as well as sharing some of my tips and tricks, which I will leave a link to up on the screen here and also in the description down below, so make sure you check that out after this video. Just to give you guys a little rundown as to what I will be talking about today, so I'm going to be starting off with talking a little bit about the Permission to Dance concert, and then I will talk about the major differences and also my experience attending the stadium versus the live play event, and then I'll talk about how to purchase the tickets for these events. And for that, I will be sharing information directly from Ticketmaster as well as MGM. And lastly, I will be finishing up the video with some of my tips and tricks that I used last time to successfully acquire tickets. I will be leaving timestamps at the bottom of this video, so feel free to skip to any section you like. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. The Permission to Dance on Stage in Las Vegas concert is going to be held over 4 days, and the days are here listed in front of me: April 8th and 9th as well as 15th and 16th. So essentially 2 consecutive weeks on a Friday, Saturday, and Friday, Saturday. Similarly to the Permission to Dance on Stage in LA concert series, on each of these days there is going to be a stadium concert happening as well as a live stream of the stadium concert happening at the same time. You can purchase tickets to either the stadium concert or the live play, and we'll get into that a little bit later in this video. I actually didn't know what the stadium looked like, so I did a quick search and take a look at this. This is just amazing. And from the inside, it kind of looks like SoFi Stadium, and apparently this stadium opened in 2020, so it is a relatively newer stadium and it does have a large seating capacity, and that just makes me super excited for this concert because I know it's going to be so awesome. For the live play, it's going to be held here. This is called the MGM Grand Garden Arena. This is essentially an indoor arena that is located inside MGM Grand, which is a hotel in Las Vegas. And as you can see from these photos, this is a pretty large indoor arena compared to the YouTube Theater, which was where I attended the live play event in Los Angeles last year. Alright, so now I'm going to switch over and talk about my experience as well as the major differences in between the live play and stadium concert. So let's start with the live play. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the live play, it's essentially a live stream of the concert taking place at the stadium in real time. So for Permission to Dance in Los Angeles, the live play was held at YouTube Theater, which was a very intimate setting compared to SoFi Stadium because there just weren't as many seats inside YouTube Theater. I felt that I was at the concert even though I was watching the concert through a screen. And I feel like the reason for that is because they make sure that you have a really good experience with their Army Bombs syncing up to the music and everything, as well as special effects, which honestly I wasn't expecting. So special effects, they had colored lights, also had confetti fall down during some of the songs, and also you're surrounded with a bunch of fans as well. So I feel like the whole atmosphere is just super positive and just happy in general. And something I want to point out is that the live stream that you see on the screen is super high definition, and I mean super high definition because it's captured from the cameraman who are taking the footage in real time at the stadium, and let me tell you, you will see close-ups of everything that you want to see. I saw JK's abs up close. If you're deciding whether or not you want to attend a live play, I say you definitely should. I feel like it is actually super worth it in my opinion. If you attend the live play event, you get to receive a random photo card. They have a machine where you press something and then they will basically dispense a random photo card out to you, and those are super limited, only for the concert, so I think that in itself is already worth it. I did upload a video of me attending the live play, including acquiring my random photo card as well as my whole concert experience, so make sure you check it out. I'll leave a link to it up on the screen here and also down in the description box. Now let's talk about the stadium concert. The atmosphere is way different from the live play because you're surrounded with so many people, and pretty much everybody had an army bomb, and it was super cool just to see the army bombs synced up with the song. Since I had a seat on the second floor, I could see everybody's lights pretty much, and it was just so cool because there was a lot of like color changes, you know, depending on the song and who's singing. So I think seeing the army bombs is already worth it in my opinion. And don't even get me started on how good the performances was. Like honestly, these guys are literally the top of the top in terms of performing live. Something else I want to mention is that taking part in the army bomb wave was honestly one of the coolest experiences in my life because there's just so many fans surrounding you, and doing the wave makes you feel that you're part of this whole community, and I think it's just such a cool thing to take part in. Talking about like the major differences now in between the live play and stadium, I think the stadium has a more lively atmosphere, and also the guys are literally like in front of you, and it's just so cool to see them in person. For the live play, even though you're not there, as I said, they do make it feel that you are there personally, and I think the major selling point of that is that you get to see everything up close, high definition, and you don't have to worry about where you're seated because you are watching through a movie screen technically. That's a major difference in between the two experiences. Now let's get into the major part of today's video, which is how to get tickets to these live shows. Now I will be sharing everything through this website. This is from the official Ticketmaster website. I will be leaving a link to this in the description box, so make sure you check it out if you're interested. Alright, so let's get started here. This was posted February 22nd and it is currently February 26th. So this is, I think, the most updated information available. All right, so let's see. So this is going to be for the live stadium show, and as I mentioned earlier, it's going to be held at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, and these are the 4 days right there. And here we go. Yeah, so pretty much similar to what happened at the Los Angeles shows, there are going to be multiple sales available. So there's going to be a pre-sale for the Army membership holders and then a general verified pre-sale. However, I think the registration for these closed today at 5 p.m. So I won't be going over how to register for those. Let's go down here. There's the key dates to know. Oh yeah, so like I said, the registration already closed today at 5 p.m. Here is some important information. So for those of you who are able to register your membership for the pre-sale, you will be sent an email on Tuesday, March 1st. And this is going to be from Ticketmaster, basically telling you whether or not your membership was approved. If it's approved, they will send you a code that is user specific, and you will use that code to purchase tickets during the pre-sale. So you would have to physically enter the code that Ticketmaster sends you during pre-sales so you can purchase your tickets. And please note that the pre-sale codes that you receive are going to be tied to your Ticketmaster account. So if someone tries to sell you a code or you're planning on purchasing a code from someone, please note that it will not work unless you have the person's Ticketmaster account. The code is linked to the account. Another important thing to know is that there is a chance that your membership is not going to be approved. In that case, you will still hear something from Ticketmaster on March 1st. However, they'll just tell you that, sorry, your membership is not approved. And I believe in that case, they will move you down to the general verified pre-sale. I'm not completely sure if that's the case for this time. If anybody knows, please let me know down in the comments. All right, so let's move on. So if you get your membership approved, you will be able to take part in a pre-sale on Wednesday, March 2nd at 3 p.m. Moving on here, so if any tickets are left over from the membership pre-sale, it will then be open to the general verified fan. And for those of you who registered for the general verified fan pre-sale, you will be sent an email from Ticketmaster on the evening of March 2nd. And on the following day, which is Thursday, March 3rd at 3 p.m., that's when the second round of pre-sales will take place. And last but not least, if any tickets remain after the 2 days of pre-sale, it will then be released to the public on Friday, March 4th at 3 p.m. I will be skipping over this section because pre-sale registration already closed. This is a very important piece of information right here. So essentially, all tickets will be made available for purchase at pre-sales. If all the tickets are sold out after the Army membership pre-sale date, then there will be none available for the general verified pre-sale or public on sale. All right, so I will skip that because these things are already closed. Okay, so important things to know, make sure that each account can only purchase a max of 4 tickets. Your tickets are available on the Ticketmaster app on your phone, and if you need to transfer your tickets to friends or family, you can do that starting March 4th. Ticketmaster provides some information regarding how to purchase tickets and what device you should use. Anything with an internet connection should work. I have used my phone as well as my iPad, and those have worked for me. However, I have seen others use their laptops and those work as well. So I say just use whatever you feel comfortable with. So a lot of people have asked me this question. Here is the official answer from Ticketmaster. They say that you cannot sign into the same Ticketmaster account on multiple devices. Ticketmaster will kick you out most likely, and you don't want to risk that. So please don't do this. And also, I have gotten this question multiple times as well. How many tabs can I open at once? You can only open 1 tab. So like I said earlier, pre-sale access codes are tied to your Ticketmaster account, so they cannot be shared with anyone. All right, and this website also has a lot of frequently asked questions that you can look at in your free time. Moving on to the live play. So apparently the live play tickets aren't sold on Ticketmaster this time, which is a new thing. So I actually have this page open, and this is from the MGM Grand Garden Arena official website, and I will leave a link to this down in the description box so you can check it out. So let's read through this real quickly to see how to get tickets for the live play. So let's see here. So yeah, this is basically what I said earlier. So these are in-person live events that will be held at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, and they will show the Allegiant Stadium concerts in real time on the screen as they take place. And like I said, there will be a photo card random box and photo zone to enjoy the event even more. And this is important information right here. So for those of you who registered and are selected for either pre-sale, so for membership pre-sale or the verified fan pre-sale, you will also receive access to the live play events starting March 8th, okay? And this is actually new this year. So apparently, if you have an Army membership, you will actually have an opportunity to have discounted live play tickets. So that's pretty cool. Very similar to the stadium concert, all the tickets will be made available for purchase during the pre-sales for the live play. Okay, and key dates, let's see here. So registration already closed. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. So all pre-sales for the live play will take place on AXS.com. AXS is kind of like Ticketmaster. It's just like another website that sells tickets. So if you click on this, it will take you to AXS.com, and they have the actual like information on here. So it tells you the pre-sale will start on March 8th at 3 p.m. for membership holders, and then 3/9 at 3 p.m. for the fan pre-sale. So yeah, and it has some information regarding this event here. Now, I'm not sure as to why the live play isn't sold on Ticketmaster, because for the Los Angeles concerts, the live play was also sold on Ticketmaster.com. So I'm not sure why this time it's being sold on AXS. If anybody knows, please let me know down in the comments. Heading back to this page here, so very similar information. So, membership holders, if your pre-sale invitations went through, you'll be notified on March 7th. And then for the sale, it would happen on Tuesday. And then the same rules apply here. Okay. And for ticket limits, same thing, 4 tickets across all 4 shows. And similarly, don't share your pre-sale code with anyone. And yeah, this is interesting. So if you have been selected for Army Member pre-sale, you'll receive a unique access code for live play pre-sale. You can purchase the live play tickets at a discounted price on AXS with your access code. So yeah, that's that. And they have a lot of other information on here that you can read. Make sure to check this out in the description box below. Now I'm going to share a few tips and tricks that I have come up with, and these are from my own personal experience acquiring tickets for the Permission to Dance on Stage in Los Angeles concerts. So my first tip is to make sure you sign into your Ticketmaster account and make sure that you are in the waiting room at least half an hour prior to ticket sales. And this is really important because if you join a little over 3 p.m., then you will be sent to the back of the line. That will lower your chances of securing a ticket. This leads me into my second tip, which is make sure you do not refresh your screen. I remember last time when it hit 3 p.m., which is when the ticket sales was going to happen, I was still in the waiting room and I had to wait about 30 seconds or so until Ticketmaster auto refreshed my screen and assigned me a queue number. So it's important that you don't refresh, because if you refresh, you will lose your place in queue and you will automatically be sent to the back of the line. Ticketmaster will refresh for you when the time comes. You just have to be patient. Moving on to tip number 3, that is to make sure you have your code accessible, like right next to you. When it is time for you to purchase your tickets, the first thing Ticketmaster will ask you to do is to enter your unique code. And if you don't have that next to you, you have to search for it, and that will take time away from you choosing your tickets, and time is of essence when trying to secure tickets. So I really highly recommend that you have like a copy of the code next to you just in case something happens and you don't remember it or you need to enter it. Moving on to tip number 4, that is to make sure you study the seating chart prior to purchasing the tickets. Like I said, time is of essence, and you do not want to waste time trying to figure out where you want to be seated after it's your turn to purchase tickets. Have an idea as to where you want to be seated so that it makes it much easier for yourself when it's your turn to pick your seats. And the very last tip I have for you is to have faith in yourself. Like honestly, ticketing for this concert is going to be so stressful. I've gone through it. A lot of other people have too. And I'm pretty sure if you look at any of the videos online, everybody will say the same thing, that trying to get tickets is super stressful. However, you just have to have faith in yourself and hope that luck is on your side, and everything will work out in the end. That is it for this video. I really hope that this was helpful and provided some information for those of you who had questions regarding the ticketing process. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section and I will do my best to answer them. And yeah, I hope everyone who tries to get tickets will get them. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Until next time, bye.